Welcome to Glisten's Culinary Delight. So in honor of my state of Arizona, February 14th, 1912, we are making this Arizona burger. So the first thing you're going to need is some jalapeno cream cheese. I've already made some, so recipe of this will be down in the description. That's the first thing. You make sure that you do this first because this can just go in your fridge and you can use it anytime. Let's move on to our crispy onion strings. So for our crispy onion strings, you're going to get a pot and add some oil because we're going to shallow fry those onion strings. You're going to bring that oil to a temp of 350. Now, while that's heating up, we're going to make our onion strings. So I'm just going to get a mandolin. Make sure I put my guard on the mandolin. I want to cut myself. And we're going to thinly slice 2 full onions. So I just cut the skin off and then I cut both tips off. Stick the onion on my mandolin and get some good slices. Now this is what they're gonna look like. They're pretty thin. You can make them a little thicker if you'd like some thicker. Make them like onion rings if you like thicker, but we're just doing strings today. All right, there we go. We got our little onion strings. They look good. My eyes are burning. Let's get our batter together. All right, so this is how we're gonna do it. We've got right here we have our milk. And it's just regular milk. And because it's an Arizona burger, it wouldn't be Arizona burger without some tapitio. So I'm gonna put some tapitio inside the milk. Stir that up. Spice it up just a little bit. That's what that's gonna do. Now I'm gonna get our onions that we just chopped, and I'm just gonna separate them and place them in the milk to soak up. Make sure you get them all up in that milk. And then we're gonna set this aside and let them soak in there while we get our flour mixture going. Now our flour mixture is actually pretty easy. It's just some flour and some seasonings. I've got some salt, some garlic powder, and some pepper here. If you want a little bit of spice, you can add a little bit of cayenne, but just be careful because you don't want it to be too spicy because we've got other spicy things that are gonna be in this burger, so. All right, and then we're just going to dredge our onions in our flour mixture and then place them here on our parchment paper that we have. Right, there we have it, onion strings breaded and ready to go. We're gonna stick these in the fryer. We're gonna stick these in some hot oil and then we will move on to our burgers. We're going to get our oil up to 350 and you can always test it out. Just grab one of your little onions, shake it off before you stick it in, and gently dip it in the fryer. If it's at temp, it'll start bubbling. This one's looking good. So we're gonna add in the rest of our onions. And just gonna add in a little bit at a time. You don't wanna overcrowd them because you want them to get nice and crispy. Make sure you shake them off before you stick them in your pan. All right, that's probably good. Just gonna do a little bit at a time. We're gonna leave them in there until they're brown. You can flip them over if they're not browning enough on the top, and then we'll stick them on a paper towel to let them drain. Look how pretty those look. All right, here we go. We've got our amazing onion straws, onion strings. Now we're gonna get our burgers together and then that's it. All right. Let's talk burgers. Now I like to use 80-20 because the fat content is great and it's gonna make your burgers nice and juicy. So what we're going to do is, because it's Arizona and it's nice outside, we're gonna go grill our burgers outside. But if it's cold where you are, don't fret. You can always just cook them inside. If you are gonna cook them inside, I would cook them on a cast iron skillet because they'll get nice and crisp on the outside. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna form my patties. You can make them as big or as small as you want. These are gonna be nice, giant, juicy burgers. So when you're doing hamburgers, you don't want to overwork your meat because your burger will be tough. You want to have a nice, soft, tender burger. So I'm not gonna overwork it. I'm not gonna like roll it into a ball and then flatten it out. I'm just going to try to get it as much as I can so it's together without overworking it. Once you got it all nice and together and formed into a round patty, I like to stick my thumb in it just to make a little divot, so that way when you have your burgers on the grill, it doesn't make a weird little mound on your burger. It stays nice and flat. So we're gonna do that to all this ground beef, form our patties. All right, now before we stick these on the grill, we're just gonna keep it simple with our meat. We're gonna season it with some salt and pepper, and that's it. Don't like to put lots of seasonings on it because I like to taste the meat. So we're just going to season it on both sides. Salt and pepper, get a good amount on there. Before we turn it over, we're gonna press down that patty. Make sure you keep your divots. We're gonna press that seasoning into the meat. And then we're gonna flip it and do the same on the other side. All right, like I said, we're going outside because it's nice and warm outside. So we're gonna go outside, we're gonna grill these and we'll bring them back in. We're gonna put a slice of cheese on them. I like to put some spicy Colby Jack, but you can put any type of cheese that you'd like. And then I will show you what these look like on the grill. We're gonna put them on high because I like to have them pink in the center for our burgers. But like I said, this is your burger, so have it how you want it. If you like a well done burger, then make it well done. Let's get these burgers going. All right, let's get our buns going. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use some brioche buns. I like to use these more than other buns, but you can use whatever type you like. I'm just gonna get my bun and I'm going to use some butter and I'm going to spread it on both sides of that bun. And then I'm just gonna stick it in my pan and let it brown. All right, so you can see here, that's what it's gonna look like. It looks super delicious. Flip it over, get that other side cooked, and then we'll get these burgers put together. All right, the time has come. Our burgers are done. They're off the grill. The cheese is nice and melty. Let's put our burger together. So what we're gonna do first is you're going to get your bun that's nice and grilled, looking perfect. Stick the bottom bun down. And then we're gonna get one of these delicious looking patties. Stick it on the bun. Next, onion strings. Put as much, as little as you would like. They are delicious, so I'm just going to load it up. All right. On the top part of the bun. Now I learned this when I worked at Wendy's. This was one of my first jobs that I ever had. And it was like a sandwich maker, and then I'd like work the register. But they always put the sauce on the top of the bun. They'll call it the crown. And then they put the tomatoes and the pickles or whatever you're putting on your burger on the crown. And then they put the lettuce over that, and that kind of like holds all the stuff together. So that's how I like to do my burgers. We're not doing pickles or anything like that on this one because it's an Arizona burger, but you're going to spread a good amount of that jalapeno cream cheese on the top of your burger. Then you're going to get your lettuce leaves, and I just got some red lettuce, and stick that on top. Then we are just going to top that off, and there you have it, a delicious Arizona burger. Let's get this baby cut up and try it, because there's no way that I'm gonna be able to spit that in my mouth. All right, let's get this burger cut in half so I can give it a taste. Oh yeah, you can hear the crunchiness from those onion strings. Let me show you what it looks like in the inside. All right, so if you don't like a little pink in your burger, this one definitely has some pink in it. That's how I like my burger, just a little bit of pink. You can definitely cook it longer though if you like a more well done burger. But we're gonna give this one a try because this is perfect for me. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All I can say is thank you, Arizona. February 14th, 1912, Arizona became a state. Here's our our take on an Arizona burger. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel because I've got lots of other things on my channel. And if you can click here for a different type of burger recipe. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.